You're looking at the most destroyed 2023 Jeep Wagoneer in the country. A truck that truly has no business being put back on the road, but that is specifically why I have bought it. Like all rebuilds, this started with a whole lot of stripping, and I mean lots of stripping. All parts was completely caved in. We have a new frame rail, new upper apron, new cooling system, a whole bunch of new wiring. The list goes on and on. But now comes the biggest question of this entire project. Will I be able to get this vehicle started for the very first time after spending several $1,000s?
Earlier in the video, I left off trying to get this vehicle started. Obviously, as you guys can tell, I was not able to do that. It won't even crank over, nothing. I have received a expensive diagnostic tool, so hopefully get that figured out. Now, this tool came highly rated to me. I have been trying it out already, and I'm hoping it can help us solve the issue I'm having. But first, let's go get a whole bunch of work done first before I start plugging this in and start figuring that out. And in this box, I just received the pigtail for the air dam for this vehicle. If you recall, like I said, we have only two more damaged connectors on this vehicle, and one goes to that air dam, which is right over there.
So an air dam is a device that most manufacturers install on the vehicles that activate at certain speeds. It drops down and it helps improve fuel economy by making the vehicle more aerodynamic.
In here is a pigtail I found on eBay because even the dealer could not tell me what pigtail goes to this vehicle. So took a picture, started scanning, looking at the picture, I found something that resembles it, and I tested it out, and it's the perfect fit. So let's go ahead and wire this up. Alright guys, over here as you can see, we have done the wiring repair for the air dam, which is this bumper thing that, like I said, goes down and up based on the vehicle's speed. So that repair is done, wire is secured, and now we have obviously another wiring repair, never ending on this vehicle. So this connector actually goes to the front bumper harness, which is very interesting because it connects over here, and if we go over to this side of the vehicle, it also connects over here. We have the harness, and it also has another connection that goes to the left side of the vehicle. Bunch of things needs to be plugged in, but if I bring that harness over here, you can see that's where it should also connect onto the vehicle. In this box this is the headlights, and that's the fog lamp. So I'm gonna assemble these pieces, have it turn on this vehicle, even though the vehicle doesn't start just yet. But I'm just doing this vehicle because I've made the decision that this vehicle is gonna go to the dealership. I only have a couple days to get this ready. I'm gonna throw as much parts as possible on the vehicle. Hopefully they can diagnose it and figure out why it's a no start, no crank. I've spent enough time trying to figure it out. I'm unable to do so. This vehicle is just too new. The computer I purchased to hopefully get that done could not do anything for me. Sometimes that's just the way it is. You do not have the tools that's needed to get something done, and you gotta accept that and stop wasting time. So I'm gonna figure out these headlights. The headlights are gonna be secured permanently. The fog lights is just for testing purposes because obviously I did lots of wiring work on this vehicle. So the fog lights is for sure gonna come off. The headlights will stay mounted on the vehicle when it goes to the dealership. It is pretty cool the way they package this. Super massive box for sure. And the headlight actually just floats in between both of this plastic. We have the top piece off, and you can see the headlight just floats in there. So let's get that out and install the module. So now I have the headlights out. In this box is the brand new module. As you can see guys, these headlights are insane. Absolutely fabulous looking headlight. You can just see it's blacked out, and this is how it comes from the factory for the Carbide edition, and it's beautiful. Expensive, very beautiful. I almost want to say it's worth it, but nothing is worth how much they're charging for this headlights. So now I'm working on the inside of the Wagoneer. As you can see, I've taken apart the seat belt assembly or seat belt cover over here. I have the top section removed already. I'm gonna go ahead and remove the lowest section, and then I can throw in the replacement seat belt for the passenger side. Still gonna do it on the driver's side. It's a bit of a squeeze over there because there's just no room. And I gotta replace that roof airbag, the driver wheel airbag, both front knee airbags for driver and passenger, and the seat airbag over there. So lots of airbags to go on. The dash airbag would go on much later because I'm still trying to get a dash. The dash is so expensive, so I'm trying to look for a used one, but no luck finding one, and it's over $2,000 for a new one from the dealership. So I'm holding on to that for right now to see if I can come up with something else. And now, seatbelt fully installed, all the trims all done. The next thing I want to tackle is that roof airbag. I'm going to jump onto that right now. And guys, now as you can see, roof airbag is replaced. I've replaced the driver's seat belt, same as the passenger seat belt. Now I'm working on popping that back panel off the driver's seat so I can replace the driver's seat airbag because that was also deployed. Then I'm going to move on to the steering wheel airbag, knee airbag, and the other knee airbag. So let's keep pushing. Alright guys, as you can see, and I've made really good progress working on the inside of this vehicle. Now I am back on the outside. The one damaged connector, I want to get that ready before this vehicle goes to the dealership. I've shown you guys, it's over on the driver's side. The connector is completely destroyed. The wires are just loose. Like I said, that harness goes to the front bumper wiring harness. So all the sensors, fog lamp, all that fancy stuff that goes up front. More bad news, guys. So unfortunately, I did that wiring repair like I shown you guys. I hooked up the battery, trying to test everything at the front end of the vehicle. Nothing works. Not the fog lamp, none of the sensors, none of that stuff. Then I did some more digging, and I'm going to show you what I found. You ready for this? Voila. More damaged wiring. So I opened up the harness. As you can see, I cut out a big chunk, and all of this is destroyed. So it means more splicing, more dicing. I don't know if I have enough wire. I might need to connect more wiring, but a lot of damaged wiring, unfortunately. So luckily I was able to find this quite easily, so that's a good thing. Now I'm gonna get to fixing it. And so many minutes later, as you can see, I have completely connected all this wiring. Everything is sealed. I really like using this heat shrink because it has solder in the middle and it actually melts and completely secures everything. So everything is looking good. Now I'm just going to tape this harness, secure it in place, and we can see if the fog lamps and all the sensors will work up front now.
Much later.
Real quickly, big thanks to my buddies who came out to help me push this massive behemoth out of the garage. Big thanks, guys.
It's another day. It's currently about 6:45 in the morning. I'm just waiting for my tow truck guy to pull up so we can load the Wagoneer and take it to the dealership to hopefully have this vehicle's ECU programmed, because I believe that's the only reason why it's not starting. Alright guys, now the vehicle is over at the dealership. Get the PCM program. This is one of the codes pop up. Let's start going from there. Gents over here have the brand new PCM installed. The connectors, don't worry about that. I need to find connector housings, but that's gonna be later. Now they're gonna go ahead and program it. The PCM is being flashed, so it's gonna take a couple of minutes, but big progress. The vehicle just lit up already right there, and as soon as this flash is done, see what else pops up. So now everything is flashed. We're gonna see if this vehicle actually starts. Fingers crossed, it starts right up.
Much later.
Well guys, we finally got the Wagoneer back from the dealership, and I have some good news and some bad news. Good news, the vehicle now starts. The bad news is that there's a bunch of other codes that I still need to figure out, and unfortunately I was not there to record the first start video. You guys will still be getting a first start video on the channel by me at home here, but we have a whole lot of work ahead of us before we can get to that. My first goal for today is to get this body panel taken off the vehicle so I can send it to go get painted while we continue doing some work at home over here. So the hood has to come off, the fenders have to come off. I have bumpers upper and lower, and the skid plates all in the trailer that needs to be removed. So I'm gonna get all these parts taken off, load it in the trailer, and we can go drop it off to get painted. Fenders are stripped. I have the trims over here. This is gonna get painted too. I want this paint job to be as good as possible, so I'm separating everything so they don't tape nothing up and actually get proper coverage. But now it's time to pull the hood off, which is gonna be quite a pain because it's just me, as always. It's a massive hood. It's not necessarily heavy, it's just awkward to move around. So I'm gonna get that going. Hood is off, and I wasn't kidding when I said this is a massive hood. It's almost as tall as I am. I am not shocked by any means, but I'm super happy that it came off safely. There is no damage. I have it leaning against the garage door. I'm gonna open it, toss it in the trailer when I'm ready. With the hood off, it seems a lot bigger than it actually is. I think this is gonna be the best time to get the windshield replaced. It has a crack running along the side of it, and another one on the passenger side too. Yeah, right over there, all the way up. So for sure, windshield has to go, and this will be the perfect time to replace it because you have all the room. I have the fenders for the Wagoneer in here and the trims, and then in the trailer, it's really full. I have all the bags in here. I have some more parts for a different build that you guys are gonna find out. I'm not sure which one is going to go live first, but I have the bags in here. I have the front bumper for the Wagoneer. I have the lower one for the Wagoneer, so I need to separate all of this because these two pieces needs to get painted separately, plus the upper bumper cover. And I have the door for the different build. There's so much stuff, so I'm not even sure I'm gonna fit everything. I need to fit the Wagoneer hood in here. It's gonna be a lot of work, but I need to get everything fitted here and dropped off at the paint shop. Everything is loaded in a trailer. Upper bumper, lower diffuser piece. I have the brand new hood over there, and I showed you guys in the vehicle, both fenders, the trim is all over there. So now I'm gonna start driving. We're gonna go drop this off at the paint shop. All right guys, so I just dropped off the bumpers and all the parts that needs to get painted at the paint shop right over there. So now it's time to head back home and get some more work done on the Wagoneer. All right guys, and there we have it. We have a brand new windshield on the Wagoneer. I'm super happy. It looks much better. Now I can go ahead and install the cowl, all the trim pieces, the wiper blades, all of that fancy stuff. And over here I have the original cowl that came with the vehicle and the used replacement I picked up, because as you can see, that one is cracked over there. So it's another day and I just received a phone call from my paint shop. All my parts are ready to go, so let's go pick it up. And a few hours later, we're now back home. I picked up the hood hinges, the newly painted hood, the upper bumper cover, both left and right fenders, the lower bumper cover, and a bunch of other trims and sensors that I had sent to the paint shop. So to prevent any damage to these parts, I'm gonna go ahead and install everything on the vehicle now. And guys, just like that, as you can see, I have the fender installed, the hood installed, hood hinges, and the fender trim over there. It's a really big progress. I haven't fine-tuned the gaps just yet between the hood, fender, and the bumper because I still need to assemble the bumper and the grill and all that stuff and throw it on and be able to completely fine-tune it 100%. And that's going to be a mission because this bumper is by far the most expensive, the most complicated. It has the most parts on it. Just the bumper itself is over 20 different pieces that needs to go together to assemble it. The upper grill is another 7 to 8 pieces. I'm going to have some pictures up here. So there's a lot of part that needs to go, that needs to come together to make this a complete bumper assembly, to say the least. So without much more talking, I'm going to get to it. I have lots of parts in the vehicle, lots of parts in the garage. So let's get back to work. And there we have it. That's the first piece to go on the front upper bumper. So that's 2 pieces so far. And now it's time to assemble the lower bumper. And with this lower piece installed, we have 1, 2, and 3 to go on. And these 3 pieces go in here. 1, 2, 3. So let's get them installed. I've already lost count of how many parts I've thrown on this bumper. It's almost getting there, but we're not quite there. And we are not even done on the lowest section just yet. I know you're thinking, what else can possibly go down there? Well, there's still some more stuff to go there. And that brings us to the next couple parts we have from Mopar. We have one over there and we have one over here. And if I open this up, yep, that's what goes in the lowest section of this bumper. More grills. So that's gonna go over here and somewhere along over here too. So quite a bit of a puzzle. Like I said, this is one of the most craziest bumpers I've put together. There's just so many pieces, but I'm gonna go ahead and toss this one on, open this one, and toss this one on too. Alright guys, there you have it. This box is now empty. I made a boo-boo. Apparently those 3 pieces are supposed to go in before this lower grill. I did not know that, and it was a pain getting this lower grill out again. If you've worked on bumpers, you know how tricky it can be to get this. This was double that. It took me a while to get it out, to get those other 3 pieces in, but now I do, and it actually looks a lot better. And there, as you can see, that's the one piece over there, and then the straight piece that runs along, and then this same piece on the other side. Could they have designed it better to be much easier? For sure, but they want you to purchase 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces just for this area of the lower grille, which is, there's absolutely no need for that whatsoever, but that's the way they do it. So if I'm keeping count right, so we have 4 pieces, 1, 2, 3, and 4. We have the bumper itself 5, we have this piece 6, lower bumper 7, this piece 8, and then the air dam 9. So 9 pieces just here so far. Obviously that's not including this 1, 2, 3 pieces. Let's make that 1 piece, so we have 10 pieces so far in this lower section, which is absolutely crazy to me. So now it's time to install our bumper sensors. There's 6 of them that go in this bumper, and they have to go in a specific orientation, so I can't mess this up because it's going to be a pain to get the sensors out. The bumper sensors are also painted already, so as you can see, we have the black ones over here and the white ones over here. So let's get this installed. And just when we think we're almost done working on the front end bumper, as you can see, a lot more parts to go on there. Let's get right to it. Alright, now as you can see, making really good progress. You would think that this upper grille is now done, except this piece in the middle. No, it's not. Over in this box is what Mopar refers to as the trim ring kit. As you can see, there's quite several of them that needs to go in the front over here, including this other piece. So I'm gonna keep throwing parts on this vehicle, and I'm gonna keep letting you guys know how much parts has gone on this front bumper cover. And guys, just like that, as you can see, this is starting to look like a vehicle. I'm super happy, even though this took me forever because there's so many pieces, and I did not want to repeat the same thing I did on the bumper, having to remove the grille. So I was double checking, triple checking, and now I'm satisfied with everything. There's one more piece that should go up over here, the trim piece. That piece is currently in this box, but I'm not going to be installing right now because I need to replace this washer reservoir. So when I filled it up with coolant, when I filled it up with washer fluid, it completely leaked out. So we for sure have a leak over there. I have a new one on order. I'm just currently waiting for it to come in. But with that said, and that sums up this video. I can't go any further right now because I would have to remove the bumper cover to install that washer reservoir, and I'm waiting for the dash to come in, and we should be done with this build. Smash that like button, subscribe so you don't miss out on when this final video comes out, and I'll see you guys then.